My name's Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Robert Crow from White Flyer. Robert, why don't you go over a little bit of the history between White Flyer and the Grand American shooting sport in general?
Thank you. White Flyer has been around since 1892. So with the evolution of trap shooting over 125 years, White Flyer has been there. And for over the last 20 years, we've been the exclusive target of the Grand American.
You guys have been a major proponent of shooting in general. And now when we're talking about on a world stage, on such a tremendous stage such as Grand American, you guys are especially prevalent here. So, what about youth shooting? I know you guys have a lot to do with that in the AIM program.
Yes, the AIM program is a very important part of trap shooting, and it's growing exponentially nationwide. So it's great to see 3,000 kids out here shooting from all ages. And all of the parents and grandparents and coaches that have taken their time to bring them here is fantastic.
Right. Well, and we see you guys got some targets over here for people to come in.
Yeah, we do the commemorative targets. We've got the 2019 AIM Championship target here, and we also do the Great American commemorative target, which is really cool. A neat keepsake to be able to take home.
That's awesome.
Good
yeah.
memorabilia.
Well, Robert, we sure appreciate you taking the time out of your day to let us come in and bug you for a bit and let us membership get to see you guys. Make sure you guys come on down to White Flyer. This is Vendor Building 1. Make sure you guys come on down and check these guys out. They're a great group of guys. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, shooters. My name's Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Jeff Galloway from Remington. We're down here in Vendor Building 3. We were just having a little argument about which vendor building we were in. But we're down here in Vendor Building 3. You'll see the big green signs out here, so make sure you come on down. So today, Jeff's going to go over a couple of the products that they have for you this year, starting with the new Peters shells.
Yes, sir, and that's what we're really excited about here in 2019. At the end of 2018, we released the Premier Blue Steel Shot, which was really good there. Offers economical load there, premier load for the waterfowl hunter.
Have you shot these yourself?
I have, and they will definitely take them down. Geese or ducks, so love them a lot there, and very affordable pricing. So it'll be similar pricing to Sportsman Steel. You're not going to find these at the big box stores, so you got to go to the smaller mom and pop stores. And that gives the smaller dealers a chance to offer something premium to the shooter that the big box stores can't. So very excited about that.
Kept that retro packaging too, which is real cool.
Exactly, and it gives you a little bit of information there on the back there about the Peters information. So very, very cool. Come on down. We'll give you some shells to demo some of our B3s, 1100s, which of course star of the game there, and definitely try them out. But these are definitely a premier economical load there.
Right.
And essentially, it was the old RXP loads prior to the STSs coming out. So very excited about that. In fact, I ran my first few fields shooting those loads. So they shoot very, very well. And you'll get a chance to shoot some if you want to come down here and try some out. We'll let you try for free.
Awesome. Awesome. Jeff, why don't you talk about the promotional deal you guys got going with the gun over here in the corner?
Yes, so our V3 has been our new autoloader there. We've got our synthetic compact model. So this is actually probably the first compact 12 gauge Remington has offered.
Okay.
So, in trap, you want to try to throw as many pellets out there as you can, right? I mean, you don't want to limit yourself to the 20 gauges. Prior to that, we had 20 gauges in use, so we knew we had to step it up there for a short length of pull option. What's cool about the V3 is there's no action springs in the back of that stock, so they're all right here on the side of the receiver.
Okay.
So, say if you got the wood version, you can cut that stock down as short as you want to.
Right. Which would be great for a youth shooter or something like that.
Exactly.
Somebody just starting out.
Exactly.
Right.
So if this adjustment's not what you're looking for, you can always custom make what you're looking for.
Right. Perfect.
Very easy to get a hold of. Barrel's interchangeable. The compact comes with this 22-inch barrel. And then, of course, the full size will come with a 28 or 26. I always recommend that 28 for trap shooting. Great field and target gun. Of course, we've got our field and target ammunition to go along with it. But what's really neat about these things, they've got a 3-position carrier, so you can do a mag tube cutoff, where you won't have any rounds coming out, or you can push that all the way in, and very easy to load there.
That's awesome. You guys need to come down and check that out firsthand.
And
as far as maintenance products, what are you putting through it?
I just use simply rim oil still, just because I've got a ton of the rim oil. It's hard to beat this stuff, but we do have a new formula there, which is a little bit heavier on viscosity, so it is good stuff.
Okay.
Our shotgun cleaner is, very popular.
Would have been great for the rain the other day.
That's right.
For those of you that were unfortunate enough to get caught out in it.
Exactly. So people that have autoloaders and just, a lot of, carbon buildup and true replace assemblies, they pull out and just want to spray it down, hose it down. clean it up, but then, you know, leave it dry, because, you know, you don't want to leave it, you know, lubricated too much. Just a thin film is all you need. So.
Now, Jeff, what a lot of you might not know is he's actually a gunsmith. A gunsmith to the stars.
That's right.
And now, if you could give one little helpful tip or advice on just simple gun maintenance, whether for a new shooter or for a shooter that's been out there on the line that just might simply not know, what would that be?
The main thing is always making sure you're using good ammunition. That's always rule number one, because you see a lot of foreign stuff that claim that they stay within SAMI specs and, you know, are non-corrosive, but unfortunately they still use a lot of corrosive products which can damage your gun. We haven't been using corrosive primers since the 30s, since the clean bore primers came out. But just as long as you keep your gun clean, you know, right when you're done shooting, just wipe it down with just a thin film of Remol. That's all you really need to make sure you're doing. Right. Because most of the stuff that we're using today is smokeless powder. So if you're lazy like I am sometimes, and you forget to clean your barrel, I don't really sweat it. But the main thing is, you know, a lot of acidics in your hands. So you want to make sure you wipe the outside of your gun. Especially, you know, you get out here and there's a ton of bugs. People want to spray down with bug spray like crazy. You end up taking the blue one right off your gun.
Right. No, I've even shot with people that'll spray their barrel down because you get those little sweat beads out there landing on the end of them. And the problem with that is you get to wipe that off. You're right. That is horribly corrosive.
You got that right.
Well, Jeff, appreciate you letting us come
You're
down
welcome,
and
man.
chat with you for a little bit. It's been great. Make sure you guys come down to Vendor Building 3, and we are sure it's 3 now because we had a guy run out and check to be sure. So we get lost just as much as you do. But make sure you guys come on down and come see some of these great guys. Hello, shooters. I'm Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Bobby Chambers of Lennox Custom Gun Stocks down here in Vendor Building 2. And now, Bobby, how many times have you guys been to the Grand?
Well, we've been here every year. The Grand's been in Sparta.
So since 2006.
And when it gets an entity, have been at Vandalia since '93.
Right. So how much has the gun stock game changed in even the last 5 to 10 years as far as how you guys do fits, how you guys, what kind of things are you guys looking for when you have a new shooter?
Well, you know, the custom fitted stock has kind of become the norm versus the exception now. And years ago, and even some of the Italian companies still use what they call a tri-stock that had multiple adjustments and things. And we have one of those. We haven't used it in years because you can't get the finite adjustments in that. So,
well, and as we were talking earlier over at the table there, it's kind of transformed into where now you're fitting the shooter to the gun rather than trying to fit.
Right.
Or you're fitting the gun to the shooter rather than trying to fit the shooter to the gun and trying to mold them into something comfortable. As far as materials, if you guys haven't been down here yet, you guys got to come down and check out some of this wood. It's some of the most gorgeous stuff you've ever seen. If not just for the wood stop in, they got some really awesome shirts that are great shooting. I've shot in them a couple different times. They got wonderful bags. Got a bunch of different Yeti products, things like that. Bobby, if you could go into what are some of the things that appear to be most problematic for shooters when fitting to a gun stock? What do you guys see walk through the door as far as problems arise?
well, one of the things we're seeing a lot of is a lot of the younger shooters are shooting across their body, which versus the conventional stance, they're more straightened around, which makes you do other things to the gun stock to get it into their shoulder, so it's not out on the ball of their shoulders going around. And the basic production gun stock is pretty generic. It's pretty straight comb, straight in the toe, and therefore people are trying to adapt to it. And even with the adjustable combs, the fact you can move it over is great. However, if your face starts hitting the side of the stock, then the adjustment doesn't do you any good.
Right. Well, Bobby, we sure appreciate you talking to us here today. You know, it's too bad we couldn't get Luke in over here. I'm sure he really wanted to be. You want to say hi, Luke? I think that's all we're going to get from Luke. But you guys make sure to come down to Vendor Building 2 and check out Lennox Custom Gun Stocks. They're doing some really great stuff here. So, Bobby, thanks again. Good morning, shooters, or good evening, depending on when you're listening. I'm here with Dave Miller of CZ USA. And Dave, word on the street is you guys have got some kind of a world record going on down here.
We do. We are looking for 2 kids, 1 girl and 1 boy from the ATA AIM organization to join me and 2 kids from the SCTP organization, a girl and boy, to shoot for a new Guinness World Record for the most clay targets shot in 12 hours by a team of 5.
Okay.
The current record is 4,602, which I think we'll have that done by lunchtime.
Really?
Easy, yep. I think we're gonna break 10,000.
Those are some lofty goals, but it sounds like you guys got a pretty good plan. Now, I believe you're actually a world record holder yourself.
I am. In 2015, CZUSA and myself and a team of others, well, it was more them than me. All I did was pull the trigger, shot 3,653 targets in 1 hour to set a Guinness World Record for the most in 1 hour. So
Right.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I used 30 shotguns, 24 gun loaders, lots of ammo. It was really cool.
That's a lot of lead down range.
This year, that's a lot of lead, a lot of shooting. We threw a target every 0.6 of a second.
Really?
So it was insane.
What do you plan on for this next one?
Well, as you can see over my shoulder here, there are 10 mech Shondell machines.
Okay.
So they throw a target that goes up like this and comes right back down. Kind of a teal type Shondell, straight up arching target.
A nice handicap target on a windy day when it's behind you.
Yeah, big belly target, right? And they're shooting 25 pairs here for this qualifier. Now that's the same target that we will shoot in the world record event.
Okay.
Okay. One reason I can control the distance.
Right.
The targets coming in and going out, it's hard to control. But this way, I can maintain the 30 meters that Guinness says we have to shoot the targets at. So that's why we're throwing teal. Plus
Right.
it's big and they look pretty and everybody can see them. They
Fun
look
to
awesome.
shoot.
Yeah.
Any
fun to
target's
shoot.
fun to shoot, right?
We're featuring the 1012. This is our new semi-auto platform shotgun for 2019. So
Okay.
everyone will be shooting those in the world record. It's been very successful. So we've shot thousands and thousands of rounds here over the last 4 days. So
Right.
it's going well.
That's good to hear. I want to make sure to touch on this too, so we don't forget. For additional information,
Yeah.
check the website.
Check out this website and see all the sponsors on here. We have a few more days left out here at the, where are we on the west side, the east side of the parking lot.
We're in between the central entry building and then the practice trap. That'd be the
East line.
east line practice
Yep.
traps over there.
Just
So-
west of the Target barn, I
Right,
guess.
exactly.
Yep. So we got a few more days of opportunity for kids to get out here. We're looking for kids. They have to be 16 years old to qualify. I've had some younger ones shoot it because it's fun, but to be eligible, you have to be 16. That's a Guinness record, a Guinness mandate.
Right.
That's half the score is their 50 targets. The other half comes from an essay that they write and upload at this link.
And we'll make sure to get a good shot of that so you guys can be sure to check that out and visit it.
Yeah.
Speaking of sponsorship, how long have you guys been how long has CZ been a sponsor here at the Grand American?
We were just talking about it. I think it's about 5 years now, going on
Okay.
6.
Yeah.
This might be the 6th year.
Yep. How many years have you personally shot down here?
Oh gosh, at least 6.
At least
Yeah, at least 6
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Wonderful place to shoot. But,
yeah, it's fantastic.
yeah.
This facility is a spectacle. If you're not even
Absolutely.
shooting here, people come
You
just
could
to
never
see it.
find anything else like this. It's a pretty incredible thing, and this is a pretty incredible thing that these guys got going on. How often can a 16-year-old kid have a chance to shoot for a world record with somebody like this? So, make sure you guys come on down. Got anything else?
I got nothing else. Just
All
come
right.
on
Well,
down here
thank
and
you, Dave,
shoot.
for your time.
Check out our website and be safe.
Good morning, shooters. My name is Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Don Bachman at Krieghoff. We're down here in Vendor Building 1, and today Don's going to go through a few of the things that he goes through every single day when fitting new shooters or old shooters, or really anything in between, to a new gun. So Don, what are you really looking for when you're fitting a shooter to a gun?
Okay, well, Taylor, before I start, stock fit is probably the most important part of shotgun shooting. Ludwig Krieghoff said at one time, the barrel shoots, the stock hits. What that simply means is that while the shot travels down the barrel that breaks the target, it's actually the feel of the stock itself that allows you to break the target consistently. So when we're talking about stock fit, we generally look in 4 different categories of stock fit. One of them would be the drop, which is when you plunge the gun, if you measure from the top of the rib down to the top of the cone, that's called the drop. The second thing would be the length of pull, which is measured from the trigger to the middle of the recoil pad. Third thing would be the pitch of the stock, which when it is set on a hard surface, it'd be if you imagine a 90-degree angle going straight up, it'd be that the pitch would be measured in the distance from that 90-degree angle, whether it be positive pitch or neutral pitch.
Okay.
And one other thing we often talk about is cast off. That would be that if you look at the rear of the stock, the distance that the center of the cone is off center of the bore line of the barrel. So those are the 4 basic measurements that we look at when we consider stock fit.
Okay. So what are going to be the things here when you hand me the gun when I walk in and I say I want to come out and shoot one of these? when I mount the gun, what are you looking for as it correlates to how I mounted the gun? To change it, to make it unique to me, to fit it to me. So what are those things?
Obviously, the first thing we make sure we have an unloaded gun that we're working with, which you can see is unloaded. So if you mount the gun to your shoulder, the next item I'm gonna look at is the length of pull, and that's basically, I'm gonna look at where your finger comes in position on the trigger. I'm looking to see if you're extended too far, in other words, the stock might be too long, or if you're a bit uptight on the stock or a little bit too short for you.
Okay.
That's the first thing I'm gonna look for. So then the next thing, once we have that established, if you mount the gun again, I'm gonna come around to the front, and I'm gonna look for two things. One thing I'm gonna look for is the pupil of the eye in direct line with both of the beads on top of the rib. We have two beads here that we put in alignment in order to be able to look straight down the rib. Well, I'm looking for both the height of it. What we look for is basically what we call a figure 8 sight picture, which would be that the mid bead is directly at the base of the front bead in a snowman type of affair. And the other thing I'm going to be looking for is that you're in direct line.
Okay.
Bring that down up there. One other thing I will look at is cant. If you're not holding the gun straight or perpendicular forward,
So like this,
or roll,
in or
left
out.
or right.
Right.
That is all based on stock fit. If the stock doesn't fit you properly, you very well maybe can't even the shotgun.
And that's something that could be even figured out alone in front of a mirror too, as well.
Correct.
As well, you can stand in front of a mirror and see if you're counting the gun.
That's correct.
Okay.
So those are the basics of it. I mean, there's a whole lot more to it than that. The size of the hand, the position of the trigger, all these are all factors that enter into it. But basically, those are the main things I'm looking for when I'm fitting out a customer a new stock.
Okay, that's awesome. Don, the only thing else I want to touch on is I feel like a lot of people get confused by those barrel hangers and the numbers and what they mean. Could you go over that a little bit?
Yes, that can be a bit confusing because on this particular model, which is a Trap Special, we also, in addition to having removable hangers that we can adjust point of impact on the lower barrel with, we also have an adjustable rib. Because by raising and lowering the rib, we can change the point of impact. So it can be a bit confusing. The one thing I run to and a lot, people say they want to raise their point of impact. In their mind, they need to raise the rib to do that. That is exactly the opposite. When you raise the rib, you lower the point of impact. When you lower the rib, you raise the point of impact. So that's the thing that can be very confusing. Same thing with the front hangers. People want to raise the point of impact on the bottom barrel. We have hangers that are numbered 1 through 8, so they think if they have to raise it, they want to go up higher number. Again, it's the exact opposite. The higher the number you go, the lower the point of impact will be, and the lower the number, the higher the point of impact.
So now is that hanger going to affect which barrel or both?
It will only affect the bottom barrel.
Only affect the bottom barrel. Great, great. Well, Don, I'll tell you what, I think that this was some wonderful information for, as we said, both shooters young and old and everything in between. I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. Make sure you guys come on down and check out the Krieghoff building down here in Bender Building 1. Make sure to come down and talk to Don and Jackie and everybody else. Appreciate you letting us come in. Thank you. Good afternoon, shooters. My name is Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Jason Nash from Federal Premium Ammunition. Jason, why don't you go over a couple of the new product lines that you guys have coming out here?
Yeah, thank you. We're excited to introduce the new Top Gun sporting line of ammunition. A little bit hotter loads designed specifically for sporting clays. And then, of course, for trap shooters here, we've got our
They love that speed, too.
They do love the speed, yep. And we also have, of course, our gold medal paper loads that everybody loves to shoot.
Right. Do you guys have anything in the hunting side of things?
Yeah, this year in hunting, we're adding some sub gauges.
Okay.
Trying to really fill out our line. I mean, we are the biggest ammunition manufacturer, so we want to make sure that we're hitting all of those.
Kind of diversify across the board into some of those different categories, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we also have a Black Cloud TSS product for duck hunters.
I've shot the Black Cloud shells for a number of years. We get those big Canada geese up there in Montana. Yeah, they work really well.
We've added our tungsten shot to that Black Cloud product.
Oh, okay. So and those are the new ones that are coming out then.
Yep, you can actually find them right now.
Right. Cool. Do you guys have any of the boxes over here?
It's not a Black Cloud, but we do have, of course, our gold medal Grand.
The new gold medal boxes.
Yep. We rebranded everything this year, so we gave it a nice fresh look and a little more exciting packaging stand off of the shelf.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So, well, Jason, why don't you go into some of the promotional things you guys got going on?
Well, the most exciting program we're running here during the Grand is we have a rewards program. So if you buy a certain amount of federal ammunition, you come in, bring your box tops, your receipts, and depending on what you spend, you can pick from different tiers of prizes. And you can see back behind us.
Yeah, what kind of things? Mason, why don't you bring our camera guy over here, Mason buzzers for you guys that have been wondering, but why don't you get a shot of some of the stuff here?
And everything from coffee mugs to bags and blankets and stainless steel mugs. Really a great assortment of different gear that you can get depending on how much you spend with us. We just want to give something back to people who are choosing to shoot federal, and we thought this is a great way to do that.
That's a wonderful incentive program you guys got going on. So Jason, before we leave you here, why don't you touch one more time on the youth program, because you guys are such a tremendous proponent for youth shooting. Federal has been around for such a long time and have been, kind of an anchor point, in all shooting sports. So why don't you touch on that a little bit?
It's long been a source of pride for federal and for all of us who work there, is that we started with the 4-H shooting sports program, and then we've grown that into even the Boy Scouts we signed up about a year or so ago, and we've always wanted to grow the next generation of shooters and support people. So we, in our home state of Minnesota, where we manufacture the shot shells, there are 8,000 kids that go up to the state and shoot every year. We're a sponsor of that program there. We also support Kids in Clays, which is a different, not quite youth shooting, but supports
different organization that still promotes the future of the sport over longevity. So they're neat deals, and it keeps interest in the sport. It keeps it growing. It seems you get the kid, you get dad, you get mom, you get brother and sister, and the whole family involved in it. It's a wonderful pastime that everybody can kind of enjoy. So.
Absolutely. I just introduced my daughters to it this year. So
exactly, yeah.
Getting to do that personally is exciting.
It is. Well, how did you yourself get started?
Oh, I started bird hunting in Minnesota for grouse.
Yeah.
And that kind of started my obsession with hunting and shooting. So, of course, the best way to get ready for bird season is to get out and shoot some clays. So,
right, exactly.
Sporting clays.
Exactly. Well, Jason, I sure appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time, showing us around the pro shop a little bit. You guys always have the coolest hats. You guys just do. So make sure you guys come on down. What is this, vendor building?
211.
211. You guys make sure you come on down here and hang out with the federal guys. They're a good group. So appreciate you letting us come in. We'll see you guys. Good morning, shooters. My name is Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Liz Turnus from Browning Firearms. Now, why don't you go over the new firearm for 2019?
All right, new for this year is the Trap Max. We have an adjustable comb, a Krieghoff recoil system, an adjustable butt pad, as well as an adjustable rib here. And this will go from 50-50 to 80-20. So you've got all the adjustability you could need in the brand new 725 Trap Max.
Okay. Now, before we move on to the next thing, I would really appreciate it if you talk about the interesting rebate program you guys have going on with the AIM program.
All right, so year-round for the AIM program, we have $100 off of most of our shotguns, down to 50 on the BPS and the silver. And it's a great program for if a kid's trying to get into shooting, that they can get some money off and make it more affordable for their parents. As well as right now, for the grand, we do have a rebate going on for all of our shotguns for $50 off if you purchase a firearm between August 1st and September 30th. And that can actually double dip with the AIM rebate right now through August 16th, as long as you can submit it by then.
Now, Mason and my camera guy here, we were just on our way down to Brown. We were talking earlier about how many grands we've actually been to consecutively or just in general. You personally, how many grands have you been to so far?
Well, I've been to 9 grands, and I've been here since 2006 pretty much. Missed a few years around 2011 to 2013. But
what do you think of this place so far?
I think it's hot,
It's
but
very hot, yeah.
it's definitely an awesome facility, and always cool to come out to the Grand and get to see everybody and see all the other vendors and sponsors as well.
Well, what a great place for you to come out and meet your guys' customers and get to interact with them. So, you guys be sure to come down. We're in Vendor Building 1, am I correct? Vendor Building 1. You guys make sure to come on down. Come check out the Browning crew and their new shotguns and everything else they got going on. So, thank you. Good morning, shooters. My name is Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Alyssa Kronk, the official, unofficial spokesperson for Trap and Field, the assistant editor to Terry Haig with Trap and Field. Now, why don't you go over some of the history of Trap and Field as far as it correlates to the Grand American and some of the cool things you guys are doing?
Okay, well, Trap and Field started in 1890 as the Sportsman's Review, and it has been covering trap shooting events, U.S. and Canada, since then, and has been at the Grand American from the beginning to honor our trap shooters and their accomplishments.
It has got to be one of the oldest editorials involved with the sport or any of the sports associated with shooting in general.
Definitely. So we love to be here every year and to highlight the shooters and give them, their due.
Right, exactly. Now it looks like you guys have a really unique issue going on here with the cover. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
Every year since the Grand has been in Sparta, we have made the souvenir cover that is only available at the Grand American. So It's a different cover than gets mailed out to the subscribers. So, and it honors the old and the new. We have,
right.
So it's fun.
Kind of has the retro vibe going on.
Yes,
right.
definitely.
Exactly.
And shooters love getting it and seeing it every year. And seeing who's on it.
Okay, Alyssa. So, as far as those who are not subscribers yet, what kind of services and benefits do you guys offer? Because you guys being track and field, I mean, you guys are the cornerstone of editorials for shooting sports. You guys are the oldest one out there.
Yes, well, Trap and Field chronicles and maintains the records of trap shooting. We're the only people who do that. So if someone needs to know if some kind of record has been set, we are the people who can tell you that. So that's fun to let shooters know when they've made these kinds of accomplishments. And in fact, Louis Morgan, who's going into the Trap Shooting Hall of Fame
this year is his year, yeah.
Yes, he has set a record here at the Grand, which you'll be able to read about.
And what a tremendous time of year and a place to do it at too, with him going in the Hall of Fame.
Yes,
so that's really cool.
Yeah, very exciting for him.
So Alyssa, I also have been hearing on the block that you guys have a digital version now of Trap and Field.
Yes, we do. So that's exciting because not only can you get the print version, but you can also get it on your laptop, your iPad, or your phone. And that's fun when shooters are traveling all summer long.
Exactly. When they can't get home to pick up their issue, they can still keep up
with what's going on.
Exactly, yeah. So now the other thing that I've been noticing, I just saw on Facebook last night actually. What's this deal? You guys have people coming in talking about their personal bests and things like that up here at the Central Entry building?
Definitely. We want the shooters to come in and tell us about what they're doing at the Grand, their own personal accomplishments.
Right.
Even it's just their personal best. It may not be their first 100, but it's something that they've done that they're proud of. We definitely want to hear about that so we can let shooters know in the magazine.
Yeah, that's such a cool idea too.
And when you're there, you can also renew your subscription or get a new subscription and get your Trap and Field pin.
Right. And again, that's just right up here at the Central Entry building.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So before we let you go here, I got to ask, what other services does Trap and Field provide for the subscriber?
We also provide research requests that people can call in, write into us, and ask us to give their shooting history, trophies they've won throughout their years, and we can do that. We do that a lot for state halls of fame for people who are looking to be inducted there.
Right. Well, and I mean, as far as trap shooting goes, you guys are the living history book. I mean, you guys have everything down for us. So I mean, that is such a wonderful asset to the shooting membership in general. So I hope it stands for everyone. I say thank you guys for doing what you do. Not only are you keeping the future looking bright, but you guys are reminding us of what we've done in the past and where we've been. So that's a pretty amazing, remarkable thing. For all of you here listening, I hope you've enjoyed this little inside look into Trap and Field, your guys' magazine. Until then, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
At Trap and Field, we've got you covered.
Good morning, shooters. My name's Sailor Wagner, and I'm here with Joe Charnago from Blaser. Now, Joe, how long have you been shooting these guns?
I've had a Blaser for 10 years now. Started with it. I actually started with one of their demo guns at the Cardinal Classic. Took it out and I broke a 397 in the all-around with it, and
It felt meant to be after that.
Needless to say, I've stuck with it ever since then.
Now, this is the F3 Super Trap, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so if you could, why don't you walk me through a couple of the things that differentiate this shotgun from some of the other ones out here in the line?
Well, the nice thing with the Blasers is it's a full modular system. So any Blaser F3 that you have, you can switch the barrels around. There's no fitting required whatsoever. The trigger system in these, they've got one of the fastest lock times of any shotgun out there. It's a great trigger. They have a weight system, so you can adjust this thing and get your weight where you want it. You can You can move your weights up and down in the top single.
Okay, now
Right,
where's the
comes in.
weights actually go on these?
So there's a threaded rod through here that you can take off, and the weights will spin, and you can adjust your length on them. You can add more, take them out, have your weight wherever you'd like it. There's also the same style system on the back here. It's just a threaded rod with a lockdown weight on there. You can put up to 4 weights on here and put them where you want them to get your perfect balance.
Kind of make it balanced to the individual shooter.
Exactly.
So they can kind of get to the happy medium.
Very
they're looking
versatile.
for.
Yep.
Right.
And then they also obviously have their adjustable ribs. You can get your point of impact where you need it, wherever it's required for you. They have a hanger system on the over-under barrels. You can change your hangers there, and it also help you with your point of impact and get you wherever you need to be.
Right. Well, and these are some beautiful guns. I heard you guys talking earlier. You're starting to run out of trap guns, which is a good problem to have down here.
Yep.
So
We're selling quite a few of them, and things have been going well. So
that's awesome to hear.
Yep.
Now, Joe, you did something kind of spectacular the other day. I would really appreciate if you'd tell the membership about it.
So I broke 99 in the Blaser handicap. There were three of us that had 99, and I was fortunate enough to win the shoot-off for that and come out champion of the Blaser handicap with the Blaser. So that was something pretty special for me at the Grand American.
That's a pretty remarkable thing for you to go out and capture your own sponsor event. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So what they're wondering, what I'm wondering is, did you go out with a little bit of extra for that event, or did it just kind of happen to fall in place? And
I would say I really wanted that event. I mean, it kind of happened right place, right time, but I really did want that event. That was one that would be special for me. So I was happy to get that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, shooters, make sure you guys come down to the Blaser building, check out these guys, check out these wonderful guns that he's obviously winning with quite handily. So, Joe?
All right,
Appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
guys.
Good morning, shooters. Once again, my name's Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with Tom Smith from Caesar Green. Now, Tom, word on the street is that you guys have a new shotgun out that doesn't just belong on the trap line, but is just as great for the skeet field, sporting clays course, 5-stand, really anything out there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that shotgun?
Sure. This is the new Fab Arm Elos Into All Sport. This is a new frame design we came out with last year. The gun actually comes with 2 ribs. We've got a 50-50 rib for skeet and sporting clays, and additionally we have a trap rib that you can easily set up that shoots 65-35, so it gives you a slightly point of impact a little bit higher than our standard rib. So this is a gun that can be easily used for all sports. It's been really big with the AIM and the SCTP crowd because you have one gun that can do it all. Very simply, I'll show you how the rib works. You can take anything. Here is a punch. Basically, you can just push out the little pin right there, drop it out. The actual rib is dovetailed onto the front. If you're going from trap to sporting clays, just dovetail it back on here. Slides on, push your pin back in, and you are in business. You're not losing anything in performance on the gun whatsoever, and it enables you to really shoot all disciplines using the same gun overall. Well, MSRP on it is $29.85, so it's a great value as well too.
Yeah. Well, what a great gun to get, like you said, with the AIM program, get the youth into shooting all the different events, you know, and really find out what they enjoy doing. So, what a tremendous idea and a pretty cool gun. So, why don't you guys stop down here and into the Caesar Green vendor building, come and hang out with Tom and their gunsmiths and check out these new shotguns.
We have multiple guns to demo as well too.
Awesome.
Right or left hand available as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Appreciate your time.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning, shooters. My name's Taylor Wagner, and I'm here with David Merrill, the NRA. Now, David, why don't you go through some of the new promotions that you guys have going on for the 2019 Grand American?
All right. So anyone who signs up or renews with us here at the show will get 2 free boxes of shotgun shells. 1-year membership starts at $35. Best deal is if you do the 5-year membership. It's normally $150. Here at the event, it's $100, and with that, you'd get 4 boxes of shells. And then we do have our special commemorative Winchester AA boxes, specifically here for 2019. Only can get them here at this event.
And this is, I'm sure you guys might not be able to see, which is just better reason for you guys to come down and check these guys out. That's some good selling point. These are the ones with the Terry Dean logo on them. These must be from 2018 right here because it's got the Jim Jones logo from last year, the Grand. Backside of the box is also commemorative, right?
Yep.
Yeah, everything like that. So, aside from that, you guys also have a bunch of shirts and hats and different things.
Yep, have plenty of other items out here for sale, including hats, t-shirts, knives, a variety of different NRA logo items. All of our hats and t-shirts are $5. or 5 for 20. So some great deals out here. We also do have a couple of gun raffles going on too, so you can stop on by, buy some raffle tickets for your chance to win some firearms as well.
David, I appreciate you
Yep.
letting us come down. Now,
Absolutely.
what vendor building are you guys in?
We are in vendor building 3.
Vendor building 3.
Yep.
So make sure you guys come on down, visit the NRA, come and talk to these guys. A great bunch of people. So,
Thanks for
you.
having us.
Good morning, shooters. My name's Taylor Wagner, and we're here on the final day of the Grand American. I'm here with Alan Hensley from Claybuster Wads. Alan, why don't you talk to us a little bit about your product and its role in the sport and how long you guys have been around?
Okay, Claybuster started manufacturing wads in 1988. We attend several of the state shoots throughout the year, of course, including the Grand American. We started attending the Grand in Vandalia, Ohio, and we've been coming to Sparta ever since. It started here in 2006.
2006. Yeah, was when
Okay.
the move was made.
All right, and we came on as a sponsor in 2015. But we offer a full line of shotgun wads that covers pretty much anything that
Anything that involves a shotgun shooting.
Yeah, pretty much anything out there that the shooter wants to reload.
That's right. Well, if you shoot a shotgun, you know you need to come down and see these guys and talk to them because they got the components for you. Keep banging away out there on the line. You personally have been shooting down here?
I have not. I'm not a registered shooter, but I do shoot a little bit of trap from time to time, just as for fun.
Well, and it is fun, and that's the whole point of this game. What a
Sure.
wonderful game to be out there and go enjoy with your family and your friends and get to sit out there in the sun all day long. So
Right.
down here, there's no problem with that, right?
That's right.
That's right. Well, Alan, I appreciate you letting us come down and talk to you for a little bit. Guys, we're down here in the Easy Go building, the very last vendor building on Vendor Row for the building, not the tent ones. But make sure you guys come on down, and I know it's the last day, but come on down and talk to Alan about his wads and everything else he's got going on. So
Okay. Nice to
thank
meet
you.
you.
Appreciate it. Good morning, shooters. Once again, we're here on the last day of the 2019 Grand American. I'm here with Marcy Smith from Easy Go Golf Carts down here in the very last vendor building. Marcy, why don't you go over, this is the 2019 Clay's cart, correct?
It's a 2019 S4. They no longer call them Clay's carts. We try to create them to be a Clay's cart.
That's the Trapshooter.
That's right.
Okay,
that's right.
that's all right.
This is a particular unit that we've added the Clay's basket or the ammo basket. We've added scabbards to it. We've done the custom wheels, windshield, rear view mirror, custom seats.
Beautiful seats, too.
Yeah, they're very comfortable, much nicer than the original OEM seats. USB port, 12-volt power outlet. We kind of deck it out so that it's what the trap shooters prefer.
And it works great for them, too.
Yeah.
Hauling guns around, shells around,
Right.
coolers around, their buddies around.
Right, it's functional,
right.
and it looks good.
I've even seen dogs be drug around.
Oh yeah, lots of dogs, yeah.
Well, Marcy, I know we're on the last day here at the Grand, but for those people looking to rent golf carts for next year at the Grand, the 2020 Grand American here at Sparta.
Right.
Why don't you walk us through that process?
Well, what we ask the shooters to do is to go to our website, which is littleegyptgolfcars.com, go to the rental tab, and as of January, the 1st of January, we put on the rental agreements for the next year, and you just fill them out, submit them, and we get them on the list.
And that's for January.
Yeah, and we take reservations all the way up to probably a week to 2 before the Grand.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So we accept them all year. So we try to have it on there so when they're thinking of it, they can go ahead and reserve.
Right. And the last thing I want to highlight, Marcy, you guys have been such a tremendous sponsor. You've been here since the beginning when it's moved to Sparta in 2006.
Right.
So for all of us, we want to thank you for that because that's pretty amazing.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Yeah,
we truly do. We enjoy the shoot, and we are glad that we're able to.
Well, and it's the people too.
Yes, it is.
That's what's so
Very
remarkable.
much so.
And as we've been doing this process, going up and down, talking to everybody, that's what we found too is
Right.
the people really is what make this
That's
a
right.
Grand American. So.
That is true.
Yeah, so, shooters, make sure you come on down to the final vendor building and check these guys out. Make sure you get your forms submitted on time so you can rent next year. Thanks again.
Thank you.